So the first thing we'll do is create a new project. Now you can do this a couple ways. You can click on new project here from the start page once you open up Business Center, or you can go to the File tab and select New. And from the template, you want to pick a project template that you're going to need for that's set up with your project, basically initially for what units you're working in. So if you're working international feet, US survey feet, or metric, you can select one of those. Now, Business Center also has this utility US foot project template. We can either use US survey foot or the utility foot. I'm going to use this one just in case I want to use some of the predefined utility site improvements that are in Business Center, but this will be a good one to start with. It doesn't matter because we're going to create completely new site improvements in this exercise. So I'm going to go ahead and just click the utility US survey foot and click OK. That's going to give us a blank template or a blank project, and next thing that we're going to do is actually import in our IFC data. So all I'm going to do is left click, drag and drop in my IFC model directly into my plan view, and that's going to import the IFC model. Now again, like I said, it may take a little bit because the size of the model may be fairly large. This is actually almost about 300 meg file that I'm importing in. So I'm going to let this process for a second, and once it comes in, we'll take a look at what we got. So that took about maybe 45 seconds to just over a minute possibly. Didn't take real long. Again, it's a very large file. As you can see when it comes in, one of the other nice things and advantages about the IFC model is it actually comes in to the geographical location as far as XY. So therefore, when I take it out to the field and do my site calibration, it's going to theoretically fall into the proper spot so that I can start digging our trench. Now I'm going to take a look at it in 3D. So when I switch to the 3D view again, initially when you load the graphics, it'll take a few seconds to just process the view. And it all depends on how strong of a computer you have. I'm working off of a Dell laptop. I think I got like 16 gigs of RAM and a decent video card. So the key is the video card because it's very graphic intensive. So we'll let that process for a second. Now you can see here's the model, and if I come in and rotate it in, you can see that I've got that data. So again, a little bit of a lag just because of the size of it. But once you get going on it, it's not too bad. And there's some things that we can do, like turn off some of the shading so that it speeds things up as well. So I'll go through that in the following videos as I show you what the workflow and process is. The next step, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the IFC model, and we're going to take a look at some of the parts so that we can create the utility parts of our structures and our pipes inside of Business Center so that we can use it to create our surface trench. So here you can see the data, and this is the data that we're going to work with, and we'll go ahead and convert this into a utility network. Now, some of the things that you probably do also want to understand is, when you're putting in the utilities, are you going to run each one of these as individual trenches, or are you just going to make one big swath? So that's going to depend on how you go about doing this. In our particular example, I'm going to work with this one over here, which is going to be an individual trench, or one of these over here, and show you how to do an individual trench, and then we can expand and grow into something like this if it's a larger trench that we need to construct and or dig. So in this case, I'm just going to work with a run here, and we'll show you how we would go about doing that.